Good morning. Thank you for taking a few moments with me in the Word. Just been looking forward to this day. This is the day the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and being glad in it. We've been talking about how we need to understand our season and be aware of it and realize the opportunities that are in this season. Make sure we're fighting the right battles. But also, what do we do next, especially if we're not hearing God say anything? Now, don't get me wrong. God is talking all the time. In fact, I've just come to really love this verse in Proverbs chapter 8 in the Passion, which says, if you wait at wisdom's door, longing to hear a word for every day, joy will break forth within you as you listen for what I'll say. So God's always talking, but sometimes when you have a promise that you believe you've received from God, you have an assignment that you're working on, and you come before Him to ask Him, waiting to hear that next step. And He's talking to you, but not talking to you about what you're asking about. What do you do next? Well, this is where we're waiting, and I want to talk to you about what we do as we wait. One thing, you do wait on the Lord. And the Word lets us know that those that wait on the Lord will mount up with wings as eagles, and they'll run and not grow weary, and they'll walk and not faint. And we worship while we wait. We worship Him while we wait. We seek His face and look to pull deeper into our intimacy with Him while we're waiting. Another thing that we do while we're waiting is we look for wisdom to do better at what we're already doing. Notice I said what we're already doing. And we look for that wisdom to do better in what we're already doing. Human nature is that we get excited about something that God has told us to do, and we're just all gun-ho and just diving right into that. But then later on we'll get bored with it and look for something new to do. No, let's wait on the Lord. Let's stay where He's placed us, and let's just see how we can do better. You know, if we look at Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 17, in the waiting, we can grow in revelation knowledge, in the spirit of wisdom and revelation knowledge in who God is, knowing Him more, and then knowing us more. And then realizing the power that He's extended to us and increasing in the power. Another thing that we can do while we're waiting is to grow in the gifts of the Holy Spirit. No way around it, child of God. The tools God gave you to do kingdom business are the gifts of the Holy Spirit that we find in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, and we cannot ignore that. So grow in prophecy, grow in word of knowledge, grow in miracles, grow in healing, grow in these gifts, because where He assigned you, He wants you to use those gifts there. While we're waiting, pray into where He has you right now. If He has you at whatever mountain He's assigned you to, pray to God about that mountain, intercede, stand in the gap. The people that you have to do with in that assignment, be praying for them and standing in the gap for them. And like I said, now all along you'll be hearing God speak, so be faithful to what He says. We're not just hearers, right? We're hearers and doers of that word. And you might find out, though, the answer He gave may not seem to not have anything to do with what you asked Him about, may in the long run have a whole lot to do with what you asked Him about and the assignment that He has given you. And most importantly, you don't stop. You let patience have her perfect work. Patience means that steadfastness, that continuance in what He's told you to do. If He hasn't told you to stop, you keep doing what He's told you to do. If He hasn't given you another direction, you just keep doing what He's told you to do. And that steadfastness will take you into the fulfillment of what God has promised you. It's very important you stay in your lane. Very important, like Nehemiah, you stay on the wall. There'll be a lot of voices and even good intentions that I want to get you off the wall. No, you stay on the wall and you keep doing what God has told you to do. You wait on him, and he will tell you what your next step is. I love you, and I look forward to being with you on Wednesday.